Hola, Chula. Thank you so much for clicking on to this video. And if you are new here, hello. So, I am recording this video in my car. Yeah. A series of misfortunate events has occurred, and basically, I am displaced from my home. I'm staying at a friend's house, but my friend has, like, small children, and I don't want to be talking about this shit at this volume with this attitude in front of small children. And just what are we going to be discussing today, Chulas? Well, actually, we are going to be talking about this whole OnlyFans mess, how they are changing their terms of service and kind of kicking more explicit, more adult content creators by the wayside. That's what it seems to feel like. That's what I think a lot of people believe is happening, and I sort of want to talk about it, talk about all the different angles of that, and and also share my piece and my plans moving forward as an OnlyFans content creator. So yeah.
Can I get your name and where you're from, if you don't mind?
I'm Kai.
Kai, can I get spelling for you?
Straight out of Dogtown, K-A-I.
Yesterday, August 18th, 2021, OnlyFans released a statement saying that they were going to be more, I guess, like, banning explicit content from their users. And that's an important word to remember in this situation. The long and short of it is that there is going to need to be a clear delineation between users and creators, okay? I want you to hold on to that. So basically what they're saying is that they are banning explicit content from their users. When you hear a headline like that, you automatically think, well, what else are people putting on OnlyFans? Who's giving gardening advice on OnlyFans? Are you signing up to someone's OnlyFans to watch them, like, do anything other than... Yeah. A lot of people are understandably aghast at this headline to think, like, well, isn't that exactly what your brand has been built on this whole time? And yes, you are pretty much correct, but there are other sorts of content creators that occupy space on OnlyFans. This is something that I have experienced before as a content creator. I used to have a Tumblr that I would post on all the time, like the content that I create. And then it came, like, the hammer came down, right? Like, Tumblr was like, yo, you can't do that shit in here anymore, because they were having a lot of issues, like, with, like, CP and, like, revenge porn, and that shit sucks. And it, like, obviously makes it way more difficult for people like myself and other content creators who are just trying to, like, market and advertise their service or their work, their business, really. Like, it took an avenue away from me and a lot of other creators to, like, put myself out there and to have more people, like, find out who I am so that I can make me some more money. What is Tumblr anymore? I don't know. Do you know? Let me know, because I don't. Because pretty much since that happened, I have had no real reason to log onto Tumblr. Like, I love myself now. Like, I'm good. I don't need to do that anymore. It's not necessarily understandable, but I guess it makes sense from a business standpoint. Ultimately, they made this decision based on the fact that they were feeling a lot of pressure from outside investors. Like, they're having a hard time getting people to be interested in investing in their company. And even though these creators have amassed them billions of dollars, they are so quick to push them out or to forget them or push them to the wayside. And that's how a lot of creators, like, are expressing that they're feeling. And I think that it makes a lot of sense for someone to feel that way. I caught myself feeling that way for a second. Like, I really expected a corporation to care about my feelings, or even to see my contribution to their platform as anything more than just another 20% to them. Like, I'd be stupid to think that they actually cared about me or anyone else. OnlyFans has a notorious reputation for not really supporting their creators very well, and for kind of you know, just having a lot of limitations that have really held it back, even though it is like the number one, right? It's like a household name. I'm pretty sure my mom knows what OnlyFans is, and if she does, then I have a lot of explaining to do. It's so crazy how like OnlyFans like made its whole brand basically, right? That its whole deal, that's what it is, or like that's what people have come to recognize and to know that what it is. People are like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do this? But again, at the end of the day, like when it comes down to dollars and cents and the bottom line, of course, the business, the big large corporation is always going to go with the decision that ends up putting more money back in their pockets. And if they're trying to rebrand and make themselves more family friendly, well then yeah, it's just par for the course of what a lot of these corporations are demanding and expecting nowadays. We see shit like this happen on YouTube with censorship, with, you know, other forms of content, with people on this very platform here. Investors and advertisers are looking to make things as, you know, as marketable as they possibly can. It's really easy for me to sit here and think like, wow, that really sucks, man. Like, I have spent a lot of time and I have forsaken a lot of things, but I've just put so much effort and so much work into my OnlyFans like it was a business for me, because I genuinely treated it like it was. Like, that was my brand, that's who I was, that was my like internet presence, and everything that I did like revolved around that, and I've made decisions in my real life based on that. I can understand like it's really easy to feel like defeated and to just feel like, what was it even for? For the amount of work and effort that I put in, I feel like I did get my money back from that. But the amount of time and the amount of like emotional energy that I invested into that, like that whole creation, and the way that it made me view myself, and some of like the weird body image issues that I would deal with because of just being in this industry. Your job is literally to like allow people to see you naked, and sometimes people aren't always like nice, right? Like, why would you buy content from someone that you're not attracted to? I don't fucking know, but it happens, and some people are just mean. I mean, like, something that I have sacrificed a lot for, and pretty much like changed my whole life for in a lot of ways, to have like that, to have that taken away, or to feel, or to read something from someone that says that they are taking that away from me. Yeah, I was pretty emotional about it. Ultimately, I honestly don't know. I can't say with like an air of certainty, because I'm just not, I don't know, I just can't wrap my mind around it well enough, I guess. Everything that I'm reading is like so contradictory at this point, because the update is saying that users are now banned from posting explicit content, when to be a creator and to like actually like monetize and profit off of the content that you post, like you have to go through a verification process. Like, they have pictures of my ID, like they know who I am, they have my banking information, like it's legit. They put money in my bank account. I file my taxes with them, like, and so like the issue that they're running into isn't necessarily that the creators are posting explicit content, or I guess like that's what I've heard people say as well. And so like ultimately I don't know. What I have done is gone and like archived anything that I felt was like outside of what I knew was acceptable. Just anything that is like not necessarily an act, or like an act of pornography. Like, I just feel like maybe it was stupid for me to care that much ever in the first place. I don't know. I just like have had like this weird paranoia lately that something like this was gonna happen with OnlyFans. There just seems to be a lot of like controversy lately, like with Bella Thorne, and then there was another girl who was like on YouTube who was posting like CP and stuff, and just like a couple of different handfuls of experiences like that. And I was kind of almost like preparing myself in a way, I suppose. Like, I was already sort of more shifting my content away from like actual pornography and more into just like lewd and lingerie modeling. Obviously, I've just put my time and effort into other places instead of having everything just in this one corner where I felt like it was for a really long time. And I think like that's a smart move on my part, and I feel like if you are a sex worker, I would if you have the means and the opportunities to, right, then you should definitely look into like multiple streams of income or just having yourself out on multiple platforms. I am thinking of doing a video series where I try out one new platform for a little while and like give you guys my thoughts and reviews on it. It's really kind of predatory right now. Like, there are a lot of people that are approaching me to come and join their platform and like all this stuff, and it's just hard to know like who's legit, who's actually gonna like be able to provide you what you're looking for. So it's just really weird. Like, I don't know, it's just a weird like power vacuum to be in right now, where people are like massively, you know, jumping off of OnlyFans, and I'm just not sure like I want to make that move quite yet. Like, it's just not something that I don't have all the right information yet, I guess. Like, I want to be able to make an informed decision so that I know what I'm doing, like, with my business. Like, with my, you know, with my fucking, my portfolio, basically. Like, where am I going to be able to host this, like, authentically, like, somewhere that feels good for me, that is, like, good for the people that follow me as well. It feels like a lot of anxiety, and I can understand like this is a really frustrating place to be in, especially if you are like definitely reliant on that as a main source of income. Another aspect of this whole situation that is really irritating me is how a lot of people that I know in my personal life and just in general are like sharing these really kind of not even funny memes about OnlyFans girls ending up working at McDonald's. Like, so, like, job shaming, first of all, is not cute. Like, everyone has to work a job to make some sort of income, unless you're literally born into a wealthy family and you never have to work a day in your life, or you make all your money on the backs of other people working just like you and I. So, we will not be doing that. But also, tell me that you don't support sex workers without telling me that you don't support sex workers. Like, point blank, period. I just think it's definitely understandable why, you know, someone who is having anxiety about potentially losing their income would find that, you know, a little insensitive, but that's just me. I just think that there is still so much stigma when it comes to being an adult creator, and honestly, I hope that if I'm the only adult content creator that you know, that I'm able to like give you some perspective, right? That I'm able to share with you my experiences, that I am another human being just like anyone else. And ultimately, like, the more normal that people like me become to the rest of everyone, the less, you know, the less difficult these, you know, situations will be, and the more rights and the more like options we'll have. It just sucks in a way because OnlyFans provides a really safe avenue for people to be in the adult industry without putting themselves in bodily danger or at risk of like many serious sorts of things. I've been in dangerous situations myself, and so to have a platform like OnlyFans is really fantastic and honestly really changed a lot of people's lives. And if you don't understand why that would be difficult for someone who relies on that source of income, then I just think that you don't really understand that we're just people, man. Like, we're just people who work a job, and we use our bodies to work that job just like anyone else does. If OnlyFans, you know, is truly going to be banning all kind of explicit content in the future, because it just feels like that would be the natural trajectory of things from that point forward. Let's just be kind to each other. Like, let's just be there for each other, like, as person to person, as human to human, because we all go through struggles. And I think that like, especially right now, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like a lot of people are going through like really difficult times, really hard and difficult situations right now. And if you are in a difficult place, then I would like to grant you some light and some energy and some love from the bottom of my heart, whatever I have. I have been feeling a lot better the last few days because I have finally some sort of resolution, possibly. I'm going to be put back in my home eventually, hopefully by the end of the month. So yes, oh my god, I'm so excited to feel normal again. I just love that you guys are like here for me, you know, like you guys are like actually a little community, right? Like, I'm definitely like this small, tiny little, not even 1,000 subscriber channel, but I love this. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, then you can leave it a like. And if you like me, then you can subscribe to this channel where I will be talking about whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I want. This is my channel, and that's what we do here. So subscribe. And as always, chulas, I hope that you have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing rest of your day. Bye, chulas.